Okay, we're here in China in the G310, headed from Xi'an to Lanzhou along one of the many Silk Road trails. So this area is kind of a back road. This is an in-between road. The main highway is up above, so we're not here on the main highway. Although this seems like a main highway, it's a secondary main highway. This is a family trip, so ahead of me you see Moran's wife, or Dai Wei Xiaolu, his wife, riding the Tricon 20 trike. Has two bags on the side and one bag up top. Total weight about 30, just under 30 kgs. His normal standard weight is about 10 and 10, and then 7, just depending on what's loaded. We've tried to keep that one down, so the actual weight's probably only about 25 kilos, but then you add food, snacks for baby, and some other stuff. It all adds up. As you can see, this is a beautiful countryside road. Traffic hits you in waves. A lot of truck traffic here, mostly coming from little businesses and those that don't want to pay the fee for the highway. Highway fee adds up quite a bit here in China, so a lot of the trucks will go on these secondary roads, not take these main throughway highways to go to where they're getting, to save a few bucks and this and that. So that's just kind of how that one goes. But this is just a test, see how this is going in between everything. A view of the countryside, a view of everything. Just what goes on around. A lot of little up and down hills here. As you see, we're passing the road sign for the 310. Let you know the highway we're on. Has a lot of little short, steep climbs. It's a riverside road, so you wonder why they have these short, steep little climbs. That's because it kind of goes from village to village, bridge to bridge, crossing to where other villages are on the other side. So of course, when they do that, you got to go down to the level of the river, to the bridge, and then after that, head back up the hill towards the river, away from the river to the next village, or passing the road. Riding isn't all that strenuous, but the heat is definitely here. Last couple days we've had rain, so it's cooled it off. Today, no rain, just sunshine, so temperature's going to reach back up to 40 Celsius or better coming up about noontime, and after that it'll either stay at 40 depending on what's going on, or sometimes the temperature keeps picking up until 5 in the afternoon, and it cools off after 5, and sometimes rather quickly cools off. But you never know how the day is going to turn out. You look at the weather report ahead of time, kind of gives you a clue of what it is, but it's not exactly 100% accurate. Sometimes with the trike, we get off, help push the trike up the hill. It's okay. Gives me something to do. I'm playing with it. Yeah. So sometimes, as you see there, depending on if this is back to recording, we'll find that out later, is that we little steep hills got to help push the recumbent. She's not a bike rider like me and Moran, so a little extra help makes it nice. Makes the ride much more enjoyable. And catch up to him rather quickly if you do that from the top of the hill. And you can catch up quickly and get back to riding in sync or as a group. So this is what we're going to do for the next month or so here in China. Work our way to the main exit point of the Silk Road, or where it splits up, Urumqi. Urumqi goes out towards Kashgar, Pakistan and India. Before that, you have another spot, and it goes over into the Kazakhstan, towards Uzbekistan, towards the Panamera Highway, and it also goes back around another route, which we already passed, way past in Xi'an, a lesser known route. That's one that goes via Russia to onward. It's one not that many take, so you don't hear that much about it. The main route is usually Kazakhstan to the Panamera Highway, and that one, because it's considered more scenic than the other ones. But it's all choices, and of course for us it's going to be a lot about, once we get that area, the weather, the stuff, what's good for a child, taking a child. You can't really go through the desert areas that much with a child. The water's too far apart, cities are too far apart. When you're making, slower kilometers, you have to let the kid cool off, rest, even though we have USB fan, etc. inside the trailer. It's not exactly 100% proven to cool the kids off all the way, so you have to think of those things when traveling with a family. When you're traveling solo, extreme weathers aren't that big of a could do. You know, we don't really care that much about it because that's just, you're taking care of yourself. So you're not worried about what's going on there. So, like I say, we'll talk more about individual things and different things on rides to come and what's what and the 10 things about bikes, their myths, a few other things. But in general, we're enjoying the G310 here in China. It's got some great little views. It's kind of a peaceful road, little ups and downs, but what road doesn't have it, and what life doesn't have up and downs? Alright, till the next video. Stop recording.